In all chaos there is a cosmos, in all disorder a secret order. The first half of life is devoted to forming a healthy ego, the second half is going inward and letting go of it. Loneliness does not come from having no people around you, but from being unable to communicate the things that seem important to you. In my case, Pilgrim's Progress consisted in my having to climb down 1,000 ladders until I could reach out my hand to the little clod of earth that I am. The least of things with a meaning is worth more in life than the greatest of things without it. The creation of something new is not accomplished by the intellect but by the play instinct acting from inner necessity. The creative mind plays with the objects it loves. The foundation of all mental illness is the unwillingness to experience legitimate suffering. The Christian missionary may preach the gospel to the poor naked heathen, but the spiritual heathen who populate Europe have as yet heard nothing of Christianity. Who has fully realized that history is not contained in thick books but lives in our very blood? Everyone knows nowadays that people have complexes. What is not so well known, though far more important theoretically, is that complexes can have us. We cannot change anything until we accept it. Condemnation does not liberate, it oppresses. We should not pretend to understand the world only by the intellect. The judgment of the intellect is only part of the truth. Just as we might take Darwin as an example of the normal extrovert thinking type, the normal introverted thinking type could be represented by Kant. The one speaks with facts, the other relies on the subjective factor. Darwin ranges over the wide field of objective reality, Kant restricts himself to a critique of knowledge. Dreams are the guiding words of the soul. Why should I henceforth not love my dreams and not make their riddling images into objects of my daily consideration? The most intense conflicts, if overcome, leave behind a sense of security and calm that is not easily disturbed. It is just these intense conflicts and their conflagration which are needed to produce valuable and lasting results. The dream is a little hidden door in the innermost and most secret recesses of the soul. Through pride we are ever deceiving ourselves. But deep down below the surface of the average conscience a still, small voice says to us, something is out of tune. We may think that we fully control ourselves. However, a friend can easily reveal something about us that we have never seen before. It is a fact that cannot be denied, the wickedness of others becomes our own wickedness because it kindles something evil in our own hearts. The most terrifying thing is to accept oneself completely. If there is anything that we wish to change in the child, we should first examine it and see whether it is not something that could better be changed in ourselves. The greatest and most important problems of life are fundamentally insoluble. They can never be solved, but only outgrown. As far as we can discern, the sole purpose of human existence is to kindle a light in the darkness of mere being. The meeting of two personalities is like the contact of two chemical substances. If there is any reaction, both are transformed. The psychological rule says that when an inner situation is not made conscious, it happens outside, as fate. There is no birth of consciousness without pain.